So our final full day, much like a Friday practice. Any questions?
How much of a difference does it make? You mentioned the weather forecast a couple of times. To sort of know, unlike the New York game, what is it?
Yeah, look, right now, the latest 60 degrees at kickoff, 50-some% chance of rain. That's going to be increasing as the game goes on. Yeah, we prepped for it all week.
Change how? I mean, like, even down to, like, you know,
Look, everything from not wearing the shields, that get fogged up, understanding, every player who wears gloves will have 10 sets. Like in F1, you change tires. Those gloves from a series go, get a new pair on. Special teams, understanding coverage, wind, ball security, all those things.
On Tuesday, Bo shared a story from OTAs that kind of was like his welcome to the NFL moment, where Patrick Surtain made a play, and then they talked about it after. How much do you value a player's IQ and their curiosity to get smarter?
That's very important. It matters, and I would say, not just with Bo, but man, we're constantly looking for, hey, as coaches and players, things that maybe you didn't think about, and thinking outside the box relative to your preparation. I think that I don't think that ever ends in education, really.
You also talked about how the details are important in this game. How much do you take pride in the process of acquiring those details and then teaching?
I think it's a big part of everything, like every minute detail, to where it's almost obsessive. And I think that that's something I learned over the years.
It's not a one-on-one game largely, obviously, but when you have a receiver like Jamar and a corner like Pat, is there any party that gets to sort of look forward to that chess match over the course of a game, or is it?
Well, you've got, listen, the best in the game. And I haven't even told you what position.
Coach.
I mean, how often does that really happen? You got the best in the game, and I haven't even told you what position. Both of those guys are, man, there's something. And I know that both teams are glad they have one.
Coach, with Riley Moss, looked like he practiced all.
He's doing good. Yeah, he'll be ready to go.
Does he have the type of playing style that seems to energize the whole defense? And something.
Who's that?
Riley.
I think he's got an awfully competitive juice. Yeah, I would say you definitely you felt his absence, not just physically as a player, but also his presence. Yeah, I think so.
Requirement if you're going to play the other corner spot opposite of Pat to be like that?
Yeah, I mean, look, the personality types in our league vary, and so there have been elite players that were quiet, but he's just being himself. And so ultimately, deep down inside, though, they have to be competitors, especially at that position.
You talked a lot about, building from the inside out. This feels like a stretch, right, where that gets put to the test in terms of.
Sure. No, listen, we, these are important games, and we say it all the time. We're going to play in bigger ones, but this one's the next one. All right, thank you. So go ahead.
I just was curious, when you prepare for rain, do you go as far to dunk balls and buckets?
Already done it. Buckets, like as wet as you can make them, and then receivers and how you handle you just have to adjust. The end zones in this field are slick. If you watch the tape, so the way they're logoed, or, I've seen 3 or 4 different players slip, and it changes maybe thoughts with what you want to do in the tight red route-wise. I've watched guys try to run double moves and slip because of the paint, all of that.